traders, Carolina Lizan here, graduate student of the Grok Trade Mentoring Program. It is Thursday, August 4th, 2011, and we are looking at a really red Q's chart. As you can see here, what a massive drop on the markets here today. Q's down 4.65%. Unbelievable. And look at this, on really high volume, way above the average. And also the volume bar here today is much higher than the previous bar. This is significant. So we are crashing and burning here. Ouch, it hurts. But anyways, let's do some technical analysis here again. And let's take a look at this little chart here technically. So what we had here yesterday, we had a little fake bounce here, and as I mentioned to you yesterday, that we closed a little slightly below the 50-day moving average, which is the red line in here that you see on my chart is just a 50-day moving average. We never went and closed above it, so that was an indication that we could have a continuation to the downside. That's what we have here today. So the little bounce, the little hammer in here was never confirmed today. And also what I mentioned to you yesterday was that we were still bearish according to the 8 moving average, which is pointing south. That's what we see here, and we are still way below it, as well as way below the 50-day moving average. And we are still continuing to make lower highs and lower lows. That is another indication of a pretty nice downtrend in here. And look at this. Check this out. We are breaking through a major and significant area of support on our way down here. Not only the 200-day moving average, which is here in blue, this is significant, and also breaking through that thick trend line, which is a big point on our chart. It's just a really important area of support that we are breaking through. And what we see here is that we are definitely in trouble. We are definitely in trouble, continuing lower below all major areas of support, and also below all major moving averages, which is bearish. And check this out, look at the MACD confirming that bearish run. We just see that confirmation of the MACD pointing lower with another negative tick. So that's what I see here on the MACD, confirming that bearish run that we had on our chart here today. And also, as I mentioned here a few minutes ago, we do see a really beautiful confirmation with the volume. So fear is back on the markets, that's for sure. And the other thing that I see here, see the moving averages getting closer and closer together? That is significant. So once we see the 8 moving average crossing through the 50-day moving average, as well as then the 8 moving average and the 50-day moving average crossing through the 200-day moving average, that would be really trouble. That could be real trouble, and we could see it continuing even lower. But what we need to pay close attention to tomorrow is that big thick trend line that you see here on my chart, which is now acting as a pretty strong area of resistance. Remember, support once broken becomes resistance. So now we are looking at it as a resistance area, and we need to pay close attention to the 55.30 mark, as well as that lower area of support down here, which is at the 53.70 mark. This is another area of support to pay close attention to. And if we ever break through it, the 53.70 mark, and then continue lower, we could get all the way down to that next area of support on our way down here, way down here at the 51.42 mark, and then the next one is at the 55 mark. So you have all of them here on the chart. So put those little trend lines on your chart so you can better see them when you get closer and closer to them. Or if we do not get a continuation to the downside, and if we do not get a breakout through the 53.70 mark, then we could have a little bit of a bounce trying to get all the way up to the 55.30 mark, and then we could again crush and burn, breaking through the 53.70 mark, continuing lower. So we could be forming a lower swing high on our Qs on our chart and that beautiful downtrend. So that is what I have here for you for today. But before I let you go, I just have a little tip for you, a little tip of the day for you here. So the thing here is that you need to really learn to play what you see and never do what you think, because that can really kill you. And you really need to master those technical analysis, because a chart is a chart and it will tell you the right story. So it doesn't matter what other people say, what they're telling you, the story of the day, it doesn't matter. The only real story and the true story that you can see is on your chart. So just really pay close attention to it and put your time into learning about technical analysis, because that's really the key. And the other exciting news here for you is that we do have our next mentoring session coming up here in a few weeks, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend on August 13th, 14th, and 15th. And it's going to be another amazing weekend, and I'm just really looking forward to it. But anyways, yeah, if you are interested in getting some more information about it and just hearing a little bit more about this, and just if you have any questions that you need to get an answer to, just feel free to send me an email at, again, carolina@groktrade.com, and I will be really happy to help you. All right, so have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow.